Brandon.
Oh, okay. I thought you had. I just heard you say you were going to play in person, but then I
Well, yeah,
realized
we're
that means
gonna.
around a tabletop.
Yeah,
Ah, okay. And what time will this game kick off on Friday?
5:30 ish probably. That's usually when Gabe can show up at the house.
Eastern.
Yep.
Yes.
Okay, that's early.
Yeah, it's literally session 0 Friday.
Okay,
So unfortunately, we're not continuing with 10 realms because one of the players doesn't like the Cortex system because they're very 5e based, which is
sure.
fine. I'm hoping we'll kick him out of that and go back to it though. We'll see.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. We'll kick him out of it right now.
But we're gonna go ahead and get started, even though we don't have Gus, so he should be here after class.
Sure.
So, does anyone want to recap what happened? Like what, 3 weeks ago at this point? God, August sucked.
Hermie can do it. Um, so we exited. Well, we entered the portal into um a a temple sort of, or actually, I think we entered into like a volcano sort of thing. And we were tasked with retrieving 3 items. Those items was Wave, a trident, Whelm, a warhammer, and Black Razor, a sword. There was a bunch of riddles that we learned about each one that kind of led us to where we would find them. So we started walking through the long corridors again, and we initially came upon a sphinx who gave us a riddle, and I don't remember exactly who answered it, but they came right out, immediately answered it, and the sphinx allowed us to pass. We asked it if it could help us find other, like, the path to the 3 items that we're supposed to find, and it did not. So we came upon a 3-way fork in the path. We decided to take one of them. I'm pretty sure we'll eventually need to go back to the other 2. That led us to a inverted ziggurat room with a bunch of crayfish, scorpions, and manticores down at the end, and seals in there. And we were trying to see if there was a way that we could just get across the crayfish and peacefully and not have to fight our way out. Um, was it Dacton who
Yep,
walked?
Dacton thought he distracted the first level, took 10 steps forward, and got absolutely blitzed.
Yep, the manticores all shot 9 attacks at Dacton, and then we went into a big fight with a lot of different monsters. Came out of that, um, and we were planning on picking up from there after combat.
Mm-hmm.
The Hermie, and his eyes glowed a really deep red light, and strange marks of flames appeared on his forehead at one point,
I did
which
forget
I
about that.
think are still there.
Yes, they are indeed still there.
And for the record, um, Alton, um, quite intelligently for a big, answered the riddle correctly.
Alton has his moments.
Obviously, it was noted by Kasric that Alton, quite intelligently for a big, not only guessed the riddle correctly, but was a big and guessed it correctly. So that was, it was journal worthy.
Does that mean he gets big props?
Did anyone heal Alton?
I think someone.
Hoping to rouse him,
Yeah, Alton
I
was
can cast Toll to Dead to slay the final sea lion.
Yeah, I threw 2 different healing words at Alton. He was down, then I healing worded, and then in that last round, I got him up one more time.
Okay,
Okay.
so
Should have like I think it's 1 on the last roll.
Yeah, it was one. That's right.
Okay.
I'm scrolling back through the
Yeah.
chat and the messages, and yes, it was a single point.
Better than nothing.
excuse me. So yeah, Alton, as you kind of recover from getting just spanked, you do see that there is set in this north wall next to you a safe, and on the opposite side is a doorway.
You know what? Let's just give it the good college try. Let's see if the safe's open.
Dacton says, "Wait, hold on. Okay, sure."
It is locked.
Okay. I was like, come on, guys. Safe's
Dac-
locked.
Dacton starts moving forward. Here, I'm gonna stay on this ledge above him.
I have to get wet, so
Oh.
okay. So
Oh, Dacton's already soaking.
I
Rick
mean,
will across far wall and then drop down in an undignified manner.
I actually have thieves tools now. I forgot. I can actually try it if you guys want. Well, I bet thieves tools don't help with a safe actually, unless it's a actual lock safe. I'll wait for Dacton to come down.
Here, you can, if you want to take a shot at it, you can have guidance, but I don't have anything else for a locked safe right now.
Does
Unless you
anyone
want
else?
unless you want me to look at it really closely.
I mean, you came all this way.
I was mostly in case you fell down, and I could, maybe do something better than throw you 1 hit point.
Oh. I mean, I could give it a shot. They're not very good at with them, but can I attempt with thieves tools to open the safe?
Yeah, go for it.
Do you use Dex or?
Move
Yeah,
away
be
from
dexterity.
the safe.
It's not a hard lock to pick. Excuse me. And you do. In opening it, there is 6,000 silver and a piece of jewelry worth about 3,000 gold. Roll a d6 for me, please. Almost immediately, you feel this vibration going across the walls, and all the glass in this room just shatters and begins dumping into the center area.
Pull up my hood.
I'm glad I stayed up here.
Yeah, you see the
Alright.
crayfish just getting swept to the center at this point.
Oh,
Do
there's
I
still
have time to
crayfish
cast
alive.
a spell too, or no?
What was that?
Do you have time to cast a spell as well? Just pulling the hood up or no?
No, you're pulling the hood up.
All right.
Dex, you want to do anything?
Nah, I'll let it play out around.
All right, Kesrick?
I'm guessing the crayfish are winding up down with us, so we're just gonna wind up having to fight them. So, Casric will spend a 4th level spell slot and upcast Mouse Minute Meteors,
I'll be right back.
and then fire 2 of them at the crayfish. I heard Brandon correctly. Be right back.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. I knew I should have stayed up top.
The bottom's where all the fun is right now.
Yeah. Well, just remember when you're waist deep in the water, Castrick's in over his head.
I got a cloak over the manta ray. Doesn't matter if I'm head over shoulders. It's the most useless item in the world till it isn't.
Absolutely yes. And um, I, I right before we went into the previous dungeon, I was looking at the necklace of like
Adaptation or
I think or environment. Yeah, it lets you ignore all poisonous gases, or
oh
you
yeah, I
can breathe in any environment and not take any damage. And I was like, I knew I should have taken that.
think that
Uh,
is the yeah. See, I normally like that one's normally a more high valued item. Normally, you could sneak in the cloak of the manta ray pretty easily. It's like, oh yeah, that doesn't matter. No one cares about that.
right.
And then you get to the water dungeon, the water temple, and all of a sudden it's broken as fuck, and you just go, ha! Sitting there in my heavy armor, and I could swim.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'm sorry, guys.
Not a problem.
All right, so the water is rushing in. The crayfish are getting pulled in with this water rush. What are you guys doing? You were doing something about level 4.
Would like to cast Mouse Minute Meteors at level 4. This will create 8 tiny meteors in the space around him.
Okay.
So that's his action, and as a bonus action, he can fire 1 or 2 of them up to 120 feet, either toward a destination or a solid surface.
Okay.
And then it is a 30 saving throw, DC 17, to avoid half damage.
Which one do you want to shoot it at?
So, can I see both of them?
Yeah, you can see both of them. One each.
No, we're gonna burn one down. So I'll pick this one here,
Okay. So
and
two
I will
different
fire
saves?
2.
Right, because you're shooting two different ones.
No, 2 at the same one. Both at this guy.
Okay, perfect.
So he gets a 10 for both dodges.
Yeah, why not?
Okay. So I'll just
So-
roll 4d6.
Yes, sir.
Bad roll. Okay.
All right.
That's it. Make sure my spell book is tucked away so it doesn't get washed away from me.
All right. Deckto's just kind of prepping. Gussel can just survive the onslaught of water. Hermie, you're just chilling up there.
Yep.
Alrighty.
Until I see the crayfish do anything hostile.
Okay.
I will just wait.
Sounds good. All right. Crayfish get pulled closer and closer to the center. Now it's starting to fill up. Castrick, you are starting to. It's above your head, getting to be above your head at this point.
Thing is going to be the primary mode of transportation. Said. Okay, so my options are swim or what?
Swim or try to get the hell out of there. There
I
is
will
a
try to get
door
the hell
right
out.
here. It's about half covered right now.
Going for the door.
Okay. Make a strength check for me.
That's yeah. All right. There is. Or strength check. Really? We're gonna okay.
Yeah, it's tough, but you're able to pull that door open, and the water just begins to rush down this hallway. And as it rushes down the hallway, about halfway down the hallway, you see the water just like start to disappear.
Not good. It disappears in it's draining away, or disappear as in it's going over the edge.
It's not going over an edge, but it is disappearing.
I don't understand. If it's not going over an edge, it's disappearing. So is it draining away?
You don't see a drain.
Is there a wall there, or the water just
No,
like
you see down the hallway. It's about a 50, 60-foot hallway, and like halfway down this hallway, the water's just disappearing.
I'd like to stop short of that point, if
Okay.
possible.
Yeah. It is bone dry on the opposite side, and you see the water just like almost evaporating in thin air when it hits that halfway mark.
So it's like there's a okay. Is there a splash some water up against it, see if that the field or whatever is causing the evaporation is floor to ceiling.
Yeah, it's floor to ceiling. The rest of you notice that the glass outside is beginning to mend itself.
Okay. Well, whenever we're, not doing turns or whatever, but Dacton is gonna, his owl is still up. He's going to have his owl with him, and he's gonna run down chasing after Kastrick.
Yeah, we're not in initiative or anything right now. It's
Mhm.
just the
I'll follow suit
crayfish
then.
stop in this area that they're in now, as the glass is rebuilt in that section. And you see the water begin to fill back up in these sections.
Oh, all right then. Then I will, go down with Kastrick, and as he's staring at some sort of, potential field, I'll send my owl to fly through it just to see.
Owl flies through the other side. You see it, no problem.
All right. Dacton will shrug and step across.
Yeah, no issues.
Am I dry now too?
Yeah, you're dry.
Yay!
I'll follow suit.
I do an Arcana check to see if I figure out what this thing is.
Yeah, make an Arcana check. You're not sure. It's nothing you've seen before.
Not within my field of specialty. Well, yes.
Well, you got to worry about getting, water collecting in the lowest parts of your dungeon. That's how you get mold. So, you gotta take steps.
Sounds like those nasty druids again who keep picking up the moldy peppers before they sell them to people in their sandwiches.
Mmm.
This
So
form of
good.
druidy magic. That's not good.
Hermie is going to do like a full lap around the upper before he goes down into the doorway that they went down.
Mm-hmm.
So he's just gonna walk around the entire just outside.
Is Dacton in front of a second door, or it's just a spot in the hallway?
Yeah, there's a door down there.
Ah, okay.
Okay, so that's underneath where I am.
Yes.
Okay.
Request will pass through the barrier.
Yeah, no issues.
Then I will go down and through as well.
Okay.
Dacton's going to say, we're awfully clustered here, and this is a door right before, theoretically, a treasure, so I'm going to
Patrick will happily back up.
give myself guidance and give it a investigation.
Okay. Doesn't appear to be trapped.
Plus 3 more.
Doesn't appear to be trapped.
And Dactyl will say, all right, and just try to open the door.
Door opens easily enough. Inside, hold on, let me look so you guys can actually see. Inside, there's lavish furnishings and decorations everywhere in this room. The floor is strewn with rugs and cushions, and tapestries cover the walls. A hookah as tall as an adult human, big, stands in one corner. The largest piece of furniture is a sumptuous divan. There is a halfling warrior standing in the room, says, "Ah, friends! I have been trapped here by the evil wizard Caraptus. Have you come to free me?"
We're here to say hi, at least.
Hello.
All right. Yeah. May we enter your chambers, friend?
But of course. Come, relax for a minute.
There you go.
What's another
Just-
minute among friends?
Spread out a little bit. I'll send my little owl to perch on his divan.
I hope it is to your friend's liking.
As Hermie walks in, I want to see if like he has a weapon on him, like a any sort of weapon.
Make a perception check. With that roll,
25.
you don't see him with a weapon on him, but under the divan is definitely a very large sword. You could say it's a great sword. As well as a whole bunch of other stuff. It looks like a little stash.
And we were sent to take get a great sword, correct?
Yes. The Black
Okay.
Razor. It looks like the Black Razor.
You said you're trapped. How did you come to be trapped? The door's open for you, or go ahead and walk out if you want.
Caraptus has trapped me in here. He is a mage of great power. Unfortunately, it's not enough for me to just try and walk out.
Okay, if you can't walk out, then what is holding you here?
The mage Caraptus. Watch, and he'll go to try and leave, and you just see him like walking forward, like and not moving past the door.
Saxon says, "Ain't that a thing? Any idea how you get unstuck?"
If someone were to take care of him, I could probably leave that way. Or someone could dispel the magic in this room.
I could dispel it as he's casting it, but not after he's cast it already.
Saxon says, "That is not a thing I can do today. Maybe tomorrow."
Well, you are more than welcome to rest and relax here.
Why did he imprison you?
Because I came for riches like anybody else. And I was the one who was caught.
Can I insight that just to double check?
Make an insight check.
$18. What riches were you trying to take, and how many were you? How many were in your group?
There were 5 of us. We came to gold, silver items. But yeah, everyone was able to escape but me. I was the slow one, and I was keeping the mage at bay.
And your companions never came back for you? That seems kind of harsh.
Unfortunately, no. I would like to think they made it out alive, but realistically, I'm not sure.
Are you here to attack future people who come to steal from the great Caraptus? Or are you just here to hang out on in your nice comfy cushions?
I have no orders to hurt anybody on site.
That's nice. Well, all right.
Did you say what his name is?
Oh yeah.
Let me type my name for you because I'm not sure how to pronounce it.
Sniff.
Sure.
It's been a long time since you had come.
Yeah. Kesnef? I don't know. Sounds right.
Sure. Kesnef. Why not?
Does it look like this almost proper sized person is a warrior? Does he look like a wizardy type? Does he look,
He
you know,
looks
like
like
one
a
of
warrior.
those nasty druids?
He looks like a warrior. He's a little doughy, but yeah, he seems to be a warrior.
And did he say how long they've been here, or how long has he been trapped here?
He did not.
Castrick will size him up and say, well, how long have you been held prisoner here? Do you know?
If my memory serves me correct, it's about 700 years at this point.
My, that's a long time. And you can't dig out around the door or anything. I mean, you didn't try that.
No, I'm stuck here.
700 years. My. You know, think of all the history you've missed. And I mean, you know, an elf friend might still be alive, but I mean, who else would you know that might still be alive?
I don't know. Like I said, I've been here in solitude for 700 years. You're the first people I've seen.
Well, we do plan on continuing to poke around this, dungeon looking for all manner of items. So there's a fair chance that the mage Caraptus will come after us at some point. So either we'll get trapped in here with you, or we'll defeat him. So either way, win-win.
That's good news.
Kesrick has no further questions at this time. Are we inviting him to join us?
Well, he can't leave.
Can we leave? Kind of in there, right?
Yeah, go to leave and you can leave.
Now, if somebody tries to pick up Black Razor, are they going to be able to leave?
That is the question.
From one of you weapon swinging types.
Kind of weapon is Black Razor.
Great sword.
Great sword. Hi, Gussel.
Hi. Usually swords aren't my thing, but I guess if everybody doesn't want to leave it behind, I can go pick it up.
Well, it's one of the things we were tasked to get from here.
Oh, well, I guess I'll go pick it up.
I want to ask him about it first.
Okay.
I noticed that you have a pile of looks like valuables underneath the um the sofa there. Is there a story behind each one of those things?
Yeah, it's all stuff that I have that I rightfully own.
Again, gonna insight that.
Okay. Seems to be telling you the truth.
Is it possible that I can take a look at a couple of those? Just I'm curious. I uh have traveled a lot and I'm curious about a lot of different the way that different races make different weapons.
Yeah.
So I could probably tell you which race made them.
You can look from where you are. Unless your eyes don't work.
I mean, they do work perfectly fine. That's how I was able to see them there. But in order to gauge what specifically like certain attributes about the workmanship, the metal, stuff like that, I need to take a closer look at them.
That's fine. I've had this stuff for many years.
And are you curious anything of like, do you know everything about every weapon there?
There's only the one weapon.
Oh, I thought there it was like a pile of other stuff.
Yeah, there's gold, silver, platinum, jewelry, a couple scrolls, potions, an armor. Yeah, there's a variety of stuff there, but only the one weapon.
Okay. Um, I mean, if you don't really want my expertise, I can't really force you to. So, I'm just going to walk out the room a little bit down the hallway,
Mm-hmm.
and then I want to kind of whisper to Gussel over here. Hey, I have an idea, but I need some form of a. I need you to distract the guy.
Okay.
Um, the I'm going to cast invisibility on myself and attempt to sneak behind, like underneath the thing, put the sword into my bag of holding, and then head out. But I need him distracted in order to for me to be able to do that.
Okay.
Just give us.
Guy sitting on top of the treasure hoard. Someone go. What am I looking at?
Well, Dacton's been collecting weird funguses with his herbalism kit, so he's going to pack some into the hookah and say, I have no idea what this is going to do. You interested?
No, but I'm interested to see how it affects you.
Yeah, pull up a cushion, man. Let's see what this ride is.
Make a persuasion check with disadvantage.
Oh, yeah. That's right with me, my negative charisma. Hey, the weirdo is strangely intriguing.
Disadvantage.
Oh, disadvantage. That's right. There's the thing. I get all
Pulling that
excited.
20. Come on.
Yay, that's more
Oh.
like it. That's the Dacton we know. The weirdo starts pulling out some funky smelling thing and says, "Come on!" And everyone's like, "Yeah."
He sits on the divan and goes, "No, I think I'm good, my friend."
Well, Dacton's committed now. He's going to go ahead and fire the hookah and see what happens.
He starts petting your owl.
Or my owl is very weird and fungally affected. But he hasn't seen an owl in 700 years, so what does he know?
Yep. All right, what are you guys doing? Daxton's token it.
Well, if he wants a distraction, I say to him, you know, you have a lot of treasure here, but there is one treasure you don't have.
You see him raise an eyebrow.
Daxton's gonna choke and say, "Is it friendship?"
Gustle is going to flex in the few amounts of clothing on, and he will rage. So he grows large,
Okay.
and the few amounts of clothing on him rips off, and he'll pour his water canteen all over himself, and say that treasure is muscle, and he'll start trying to like flex and look appealing, not in like a seductive way, but like Gustle is the treasure.
Right. Oh, you think you've got muscles?
Yes.
And you see his form start to shift and change. He says,
Oh.
"Now you see my true form." And he's like flexing as well, and his are. What's your strength score?
My strength score is 20.
Yeah, his are just as good as yours are. Like,
Oh,
you guys are
well-
both beautiful specimens.
Yes, and I will cooperatively flex and complement each other's muscles as
like
we do various poses.
Full Metal Alchemist.
Yes, exactly.
He says,
And then hopefully I will use this. This is the way I cast friends, and hopefully he becomes friends with me.
"Ooh, link it."
Not actually a spell.
Oh, I thought you had. Oh, that's right. You're.
No, because Gustle is a wizard.
Yeah. He says,
Quote, wizard.
"Friend, I have not been completely honest with you. I like you. I made a bet with Caraptus, and I lost. So I'm stuck here guarding my treasures for the next 301 years.
Well, where is Craptus? Where do we find him?
Hell if I know. I haven't seen him since I started my imprisonment in here.
Is it
But-
accursed?
I tell you what.
Yeah.
I've been bored these last 700 years. If you could get me to subdue, not kill, subdue, I will let you walk away with my great sword that you wish to have. You see, it's no good to me anyways. As you see this long glaive appear on his back, and he lifts it out and says, "So what say you, friends?"
Well, a deal is only a deal if another side offers something of equal value. How about if we lose, I stay here with you for the remainder of your time?
That sounds agreeable. Dacton, as you take this hit, you're just like, well, fuck. I need everyone to roll initiative.
Oh wait, I did it wrong. Oh,
Back to my mediocre initiative rolls.
yo, I did it wrong. I need to click on myself
Excuse me.
and hit initiative. There we go.
Okay. He looks at all of you and goes, well, it's not fair if I go first. But Let's have a little fun, shall we? And I need Gussel, Hermie, Kastrick, and Alton. Yes, all of you. To make a wisdom saving throw, please.
Ooh, not good at these.
If you're within 10 feet, remember you get the +5.
Is that
Oh.
me too, or I'm outside of the range?
I can't
It's
see.
it's +5 with Alton next to us.
Yeah, within 10
Yeah, I
feet.
think it's within 10 feet. Yeah, you're too
Oh,
far.
so Castrick gets the +5, so that gives Castrick a 15.
All of you save. Very nice.
Lucky. Thank God.
Gussel, what would you like to do? You are already raging.
Mm-hmm. Well, he wants to submission.
You're technically
So-
big, right?
Yeah. Well, I might as well just attack. And we're going to make that a reckless attack. Now, do we think it'd be possible... No, I'll start making the non-lethal attacks when he looks hurt. So,
19 will hit.
so he takes
29, yeah?
29 points of damage. Yep. And the elemental damage in there, which is 2, is going to be... I'll just make it fire.
Okay.
In case there's any resistances involved.
Doesn't seem that way so far.
The axe comes back to me, and I will make another attack.
Okay. Yeah.
So it's 34 points of damage. And that's my turn.
He says, maybe I shouldn't have gone easy on you. You hit like a truck. Alton, what would you like to do?
I would often think that this creature might be a fiend.
Make a religion check.
Okay.
You're not sure. Probably not, though.
Okay. Alton's gonna not be melee because he doesn't have the health for it, and is gonna cast Moonbeam on him.
Ooh, okay.
Technically, shapeshifters have disadvantage, but I'm not sure if that just means if they're shapeshifted. A shapeshifter makes its saving throw with disadvantage. If it fails, yada yada. Not sure if it actually applies in this situation because he's kind of de-shapeshifted.
Yeah, he's not in his shapeshifted form, so I would say it would not.
Worth asking though.
Yeah,
But
definitely.
that and
Half damage, right?
and I'm gonna go ahead and I'll step 5 feet forward, and that'll be my my turn.
Okay. Decton.
I forget if Dacton said he was sitting on the cushions or not, but he'll just stand up and make sure that he's on his feet and walk over to here. And then his owl is going to jump on the head of the dude. So my owl counts as a familiar, and he can deliver spells with a range of touch. And when you do that, I get to use my attack modifier. So I am going to upcast Inflict Wounds at level 4. So Inflict Wounds is here on my list. There it is.
That hits.
So level 4 is 4d10. Yeah, because nope, more than that. 3d10 at 1, then 4, 5, 6d10. Haha.
Nice.
I'm like, wait a minute, I thought that sounded low. Oh. 21.
Very nice.
And then Miles just gonna keep sitting on his head, because why not?
Sounds good. Kesrick.
Has it been less than 10 minutes since the glass broke?
Yes.
Okay, so I still have 6 meteors orbiting around me,
Alrighty.
and I would like to fire 2 of them
Ooh, that one.
at the Oni. Okay. So that's a better roll. So 15 points.
Okay. Anything else?
Really don't have a whole lot of room to move around, so this guy throws a lightning bolt, we're all gonna get fried. But I don't want to get into the room with him, so
Zip around the corner.
there's no corner. There's only a straight line corridor that goes all the way back to the
Oh
pit.
shoot. Okay, you're right. I'm sorry.
So yeah, the map is skewed because we're underneath the ziggurat.
I forgot about that.
I'll step back 1 to be next to Hermie,
Okay.
but that's best I can do.
Perfect. Hermie.
Um, how is he looking right now?
He's looking pretty hurt.
Okay, so I don't want to do that. Um, I will put a vitriolic sphere in the room with him. So that is a 20-foot radius sphere.
Dacton starts
He's-
climbing into the corner.
So I will center it. Well, there's 20 and 20. Yeah, I'll center it right there.
Okay.
So that'll hit him and not anybody else in the room. And then it is a dexterity saving throw.
Okay. And you want to link it, please?
Yeah. So that's a fail. So
Your little owl poofs, Daxton.
Dacton says, "Oh nuts! Oh well." He was only around for another 20 minutes anyway. That means he's the kind of made out of weird fungus goo, so that plus acid, I'm sure looks pretty pretty distressing.
So 23 points of damage, and on his at the end of its next turn, it's 5d4 as well.
Okay. He drops to one knee and says, "I underestimated you folks. You look pretty beat up, so I didn't want to go hard on you. But that's okay." And you see, like, his wounds start to heal on his body. And he's like, "Time for some fun!" And he's going to rush over here. He's going to take one swing at Alton.
Okay.
25 to hit.
Yeah.
16 points
that'll
of
do it.
slashing damage.
Down.
And one swing at Dacton.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wait, yeah, 25 to hit.
15 to hit.
Misses.
Alrighty. And he will rush forward to here. He has a 10-foot range, so he was out of your range, Decton. So no.
Mm-hmm.
Gussel, your turn.
Oh, what do you do? Blast out into the hallway up there?
Yep.
And then at the end
Apparently
of its
can leave.
turn, it takes another 5d4.
Yep. Go ahead and roll it.
Okay, so he's looking rough.
He was, but he started to heal as he's like, okay, I'm taking off the kid gloves here.
Okay.
You are stable, by the way, Alton. You're not down as far as death throws.
Okay.
I can't use it as a ranged weapon, but I will hit him twice with a Redux. Or at least try to.
17. It will just glance off his armor.
Okay. We will take another swing
That one definitely hits.
for 13 damage.
Very nice.
And that's my turn.
Alrighty. Alton, you are fine. Decton.
All right. Dacton says, wait, hold on. Wait, everybody's, okay. There you are. And we're going with Chill Touch.
Yeah, that hits.
So that is at this level is... Wait, hold on. Yeah, the first one. So it's 5 points. It was just a real bad roll, 2 plus 3. But he can't regain hit points until the start of my next turn.
Right.
And let's see. And I'm going to go ahead and throw down a sanctuary on myself while I'm at it too, just for giggles.
All right. Anything else?
Nope.
Kasric.
Well, that's not very nice. He lied to us. That was not a very good thing to do. We don't like it when people lie. Lying is not a good thing. Lying is a very bad thing. Normally, it's a very big thing, and he's a very big, kind of bluish big, but that's not a really thing to these bluish people. So, fun. Da, 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 da. Kasric will dip his hand into his component pouch, and he will come up with a drop of molasses in one hand, and then cast it against the Oni, casting the cantrip slow, or the spell slow.
Mm-hmm.
It's a DC 17 Wisdom save.
He fails.
He is now slow. 1 second, I will get you that result.
It's like what, -2 to his AC or something like that? Yeah.
Yes, takes a -2 AC penalty and to dexterity and AC and dex saving throws,
Reaction.
and it cannot use reactions.
No multi-attacks either. Alrighty.
Okay. So there's that. Now, knowing that he can't use reactions, Kasric will move. What's 25 feet? And would that put me 10 feet beyond him, or beyond his 10-foot range?
Yeah, it would be in his 10-foot range by the looks of it.
Can I step around a corner?
Yeah, I mean, you'd have probably a little bit of a bonus to your AC.
Okay, so Kasric will then, knowing he's slowed, and step around the corner.
Alrighty.
Actually, 5, 10, 15, 20. Now it'll be 20, and then 25. Because I can angle this corner here. Instead of coming straight down and going across.
Right.
So from here, we 20 and then 25 over there.
Okay, perfect.
So.
No, anything else, Kasric?
No. I'll hold on to the 4 meteorites over my head right now.
Alrighty. Hermie.
don't like the fact that he is right in my face.
Technically, he's
Well.
right in Gussel's face.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to go ahead and use magic missile at 2nd level.
Okay, go for it.
So that's what, 4. 4d4 plus 4.
Yes.
So it'll be 11 points of damage.
Alrighty.
And then I'm going to back up down the corridor 10 feet.
Okay.
And that'll be it for me.
Alrighty. That's gonna bring us to our Ani.
He does get to make another saving throw at the end of his turn.
Correct. He's hoping he won't even have to do that. Because he's going to turn around and look right at Dacton and cast Sleet on Dacton.
Not sleep again.
Sleet,
Oh, sleep.
which will cover almost this entire room.
If the creature attempts to
Please.
cast a spell with a casting time of 1 action,
Mm-hmm.
you have to roll a d20. On an 11 or higher, the spell does not take effect until the creature's next turn.
Okay.
And the creature must use its action on that turn to complete the spell. If it cannot, the spell was wasted.
Sounds good.
So d20, please, sir.
I did. 11.
And if the
Okay.
Oni's spell is attacking me, I am warded, so he has
It's
to
an
make a
area
wisdom.
effect.
It's an
Wisdom.
area of effect.
Rats. I was trying to
Then
remember if it counted. It doesn't
I
protect from area effects. Grr.
Hold
will
on.
go ahead and use counterspell.
Okay, hold on, guys. The Oni attempted to cast a spell, but because of the slow effect,
Yeah, it doesn't
that
cast this turn.
spell doesn't, and it has to use its action next turn to complete the spell. So basically, it can't do anything this turn or next turn. It's got to complete the spell. So the spell won't go off until next turn.
Yeah, I forgot
Okay.
about that on slow.
Yeah, no, I don't think I ever knew that one.
Yeah, me too. But I'll take it to my benefit.
Mhm.
Okay, so you've got 2 rounds to do something with this thing.
Yep. All right, Gussel.
Oh, did he roll his save?
Yeah.
So we pretty much want him at range, right?
Seems that way.
Can do. I'm going to try to grapple him
Okay.
because he is within a size of me. I can grapple. And he is my size, so I can grapple without disadvantage. So it's contesting. Well, I have to make an athletics check, and then he gets to choose athletics or acrobatics.
Oh yeah, he'll choose athletics.
Will that be with a dexterity? Would that be the -2 for dexterity?
No, he's choosing athletics.
So strength. Okay.
That shouldn't have been an advantage. So that should just be a 12.
Yeah, so he's able to not get grappled by you.
Okay, it replaces the attack action, so I get to do it again, but with extra
No,
attack.
it replaces the attack action.
It replaces one of the attack actions.
Link it. When in doubt, link it out.
I'm linking D&D Beyond. I know you have like the rules compendium. Maybe I don't.
Oh, Brian, I'm sorry. The slow is a concentration spell, so I lose the meteors.
Right.
I'm just acknowledging that.
Gotcha.
Oh.
No, for right now, we'll just say you can do a second one. We'll look into it.
Okay. I gotta find out where it is. But that's my other one.
Yep, you succeed on that one.
Okay. Who's this?
That's Hermie.
It's Hermie. We're probably going near you, but let's see, that is. So you can jump your movement and distance, right?
With a 10
Not
foot.
when you're grappling something. You got half movement now.
There's the wording of grapple. It does say this attack replaces one of them.
Okay, perfect.
Okay, so you can move half your movement. So how this is going to work is I am then going to try to. You ever see the move Rock Lee uses?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm basically going to do that over here next to Hermie.
You're in a tunnel that you really can't do that in right now.
Oh, we're in a tunnel?
Yeah, like you're in the tunnel. Hold on, let me get my little thing here. This is a tunnel that's 10 feet wide, about 15 feet high.
Oh, we're not in the ziggurat?
No, that's
No.
That's
Oh,
outside
okay.
of here.
Okay,
We're
I am going
underneath it.
to move him past Hermie then, 15 feet. Because I can move the 15 feet, and I can position him pretty much wherever I want.
Yeah, so he'll be. You can't move him past Hermie. You can just keep him there. But...
Okay. But that is going to be my turn. Because to break the grapple, he needs to take an action. So he either breaks the grapple, or he completes a spell.
Mhm.
Is what I'm thinking.
Okay.
And I'm going to keep pulling him away from the casters. But that's my turn.
Perfect. That's gonna bring us to Alton. Oh, never mind. Decton.
So you said Alton looks stable?
Yes, Alton looks stable. He's breathing fine, no issues.
Alright, well then we're going to just repeat what I did last
Ooh,
time.
yeah. Very nice.
Ooh, that's a lot better than last time. I'm sorry, did I really do like 5 points last time and 29 this time?
Yeah. Because you also crit, so.
Yep.
Anything else?
I was like, well, I don't know what's going on, but sure, I'll stand over here. Because he doesn't know what spell was headed this way, but he saw him doing spell stuff in our direction, so I'm like, alright, I'm just gonna go hug a wall, I guess. That's it.
All right. Castric, at the start of your turn, he goes, I yield.
Sort of my turn.
Yes.
And what did he say?
Very slow. I yield.
He yields. I will hold casting magic missile at him.
Okay. Are you dropping slow?
No. But I will say he yields. If he's honorable, we'll let him live.
Wait, yeah, he's honorable.
That's on the rest of the people to decide. If he says he yielded.
Well,
So-
He subdued Alton, so
Well, he's a friend of mine, so I'll believe him.
You're dropping the grapple then?
If he's if he says I yield, yeah.
You see him like move in slow motion and like put his glaive back up on his back and it disappears.
Okay. Who's in the room with me? Is Alton alive and breathing?
Yeah.
Okay. Is he awake?
Yeah, he's sleeping. He needed a nap.
Do I need to pour a healing potion down his throat?
No. He will
Okay.
awaken in 4 hours with 1 hit point.
Jeez. I think we need to pour a. Or did he fail a saving throw or something?
But no, but I only had 1 hit point to begin with, so when he hit, I went down.
Okay. All right.
That's what I was saying. He dealt subdual damage to him.
Yeah.
Right.
Didn't straight damage him.
Yeah,
Okay.
He wasn't trying to kill me.
Okay. All right.
So he shifts back into the halfling form, and he walks over to Alton and dumps a potion of greater healing down your throat.
I'm in better shape than when he left, than when he fought me.
You heal 12 hit points.
12 times better than I was. Thanks, friend.
Okay. So since you're now talking to us peacefully, what's really going on?
Dacton picks his way across the acid-burned cushions and tries to find one that isn't too acidy. And yeah,
I made a bet.
Oh, this is too slow. I dropped slow.
I made a bet with
Casper can't deal with
Caractus.
people talking that slow. That bothers him.
I made a bet and I lost the bet, so I am stuck here guarding my treasure for 1,001 years. I was trying to have some fun because you guys, I haven't seen anybody in 700 years. I apologize for my deception.
I mean, at least you picked a proper size or nearly proper sized form to take on it, which was at least acceptable as far as I was concerned. But I mean, because you could have been a big, and I just never trust bigs. But now you're a big, and so I don't really trust you. But you were proper size, and I kind of trust you a little bit. And now, I mean, it's not really like you could do anything bad. And we were kind of mean to you, but you weren't very nice to my friend Alton. But you helped him again, so I guess that makes you okay. But so here's the question: if the contract says that you have to guard your treasures, if you have no treasure to guard, does that mean you can leave?
I don't know.
Okay, so
If-
test that and see what happens.
As
I'm-
you can see, I was not being honest, and I am able to leave the room to an extent. I can't go out of the hallway though. You know that.
Well, that's what I mean. But
The line where the water would disappear, you're pretty sure is like the ending region that he's able to be in.
okay, so that's the question. But if he has to guard his treasures for 1,000 years, but he has nothing to guard, or whatever the time is, but if he has nothing to guard because he has no treasures to guard, doesn't that mean that he's fulfilled the contract?
I'm not sure.
if he has to
In
guard
order-
Black Razor, he's willing to just come, hang out. He can just go live in the Yawning Portal or something.
Speaking of, he will reach under the divan and grab Black Razor and hand it to Gussel as part of the agreement.
Oh, nice. Who wanted the sword?
Well, I mean, Castrick will flex a little bit and go, not me.
I mean, we could put it in my bag of holding just for storage, unless somebody wanted it right now.
I got Shatter Spike.
Yeah, No, it's a long metal stabby thingy. That's nothing Castrick's interested in.
I don't have anywhere near the strength to be able to carry it, let alone wield it. So
I mean, I can use it, but normally I use a big axe.
I want to stick with your axe.
I could do something funny with Black Razor that would make people who use great swords really angry. because I can
Make it
use it
one
as a
axe?
throwing knife.
Oh, well, wouldn't anything that's named maybe have to be attuned to?
I don't know. I don't know how that works.
Kind of seems like that you may have to kind of like form a bond. And I don't know. I mean, it's up to you if you want to, do whatever you want to.
What does the party think? Because I'm just as happy with my axe.
Yeah, unless someone wants to attune to it, I think into the bag it goes.
Yeah. Patrick is neutral on this one because again, it's a sharp metal thingy and doesn't involve him casting spells, so he doesn't care.
Gussel, what's your alignment?
My alignment?
Mm-hmm.
Neutral muscle.
Neutral muscle. I hate you so much.
No, it's chaotic neutral. Yeah, chaotic neutral is what I wrote down.
All right, we'll be right back.
Uh-oh.
As you are getting ready to hand this to get put into the bag of holding here, you don't want to throw me in there. I can be useful to you.
Oh. I don't want to throw you in there. You can be useful to me.
Oh, this is not a mind control type thing. It is a voice
Oh, I
in your
know.
head, though. Okay. That big
Okay,
oaf, that big oaf was unable to use me properly. I can make your life a lot easier.
Oh. Okay. Now, I fight differently than how a lot of normal wielders might fight. If you don't mind being thrown.
I mean, as long as you recover me.
Oh yes, it happens
I don't see that
magically.
would be an issue.
It happens magically.
Good, then it is agreed.
Oh. I don't remember agreeing to anything, but you know what? If the muscles say so, then it must be true.
Now we are going to find my brethren, right? Wave and Whelm.
Yeah. Some guy said something about that a while ago. I was partly paying attention. I doodled it into one of my muscles.
Great. I am friends with them, and they are similar to myself in ways.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I'm sure we could talk. I think that's what we were in. We were in this ziggurat place to look for him, but we found you instead.
Let's go find my friends.
Let's do it.
Okay. All right, I'm moving back up.
Oh.
Hi. So I've decided I would like to hang on to Black Razor. I think it'll be useful.
Okay. Well, I mean, it's another big sharp stabby thingy that, again, I have no interest in. And I mean, is it any better than the axe you were wielding before? I mean, can you throw this thing? It doesn't look like it's balanced for throwing.
That I don't know, but I feel like it'll improve my magic missile attack.
I'm gonna throw it in your compendium, Todd.
Okay.
You will have to attune to it.
Okay.
Okay. So, all right. Well, okay, so that was, like I said, we were talking about, and Brandon, you'll have to watch the video to understand what happened while you were off camera. The question becomes, at this point, do we want to test the concept that if the Oni doesn't have any treasure, that he actually has technically completed, if Kesnef or whatever his name is, doesn't actually have treasure to guard, does that mean he's completed his contract? Or fulfilled the terms of whatever is it's really holding him here? Because if not, I mean, we could just agree to give him everything back again. Or how about this? If we manage to wind up killing the great evil wizard Charybdis, and the spell drops, and he's able to leave, then we get half of whatever he's got right now. Would that be a fair bargain to everybody else? I mean, half the treasure for his freedom?
Either that, or he's going to have to stay within a certain range of the sword, and he can come hang out and see new places.
You know, that would be another option. So, like I said, we could just take all the treasure past that kind of wall effect about halfway up the corridor, and you know, it's ours, so he doesn't have it anymore. If he can then walk through the barrier, we keep half. He gets half to go on and go back to having you know, whatever life he's got out there, and we got nothing else to do with him. If he's required to stick within a certain range of the sword or the treasure itself, then he comes with us, and we go try to find Charybdis and get rid of him while we collect the other 2 treasures. And if not, if you know that doesn't free him, then we at least leave him half of whatever he's got,
Yeah,
and you know he can
we don't
stay
need
here
to
for
be
300 more years.
we don't need to be mean to him. He's been cool so far.
Well, up to a certain point, yes, and then he got a little mean and nasty, but he did lie to us because he is a big. I mean, you know, look at him; he's a big. You know, and not just again cements my argument that bigs cannot be trusted. Not that I'm really trusting all of you, but I am responsible for all of you, which is the only reason why I'm down here is because I'm trying to take care of handling all the things that you run into. I mean, oh my gosh, you know, the whole hey, let's talk about before we go down into the ziggurat and fight all the creatures, and then someone's yelling YOLO, and there's a Leroy Jenkins of some kinds being screamed off in the corner, and all of a sudden everything's going haywire, and then I got to step in and take care of all of you. But that's really what I'm here for. I'm trying to keep all of you in one piece because that's what the people want. Apparently, they think you all are important and special because they're cheering for you and they're sloshing around big unappropriate size, you know, beers and mugs at you and everything. And I just get my little proper size drink and little proper size into the bar, and that's what's important. But you know, no, nobody wants to buy that, you know, but it's okay. Just toss the little guy in because hey, that's what we're here for, keeping all the big safe, you know.
And don't think we don't appreciate it.
Well, of course you appreciate it. I mean, you're still here talking. I mean, look at all this. Anyway, so okay, fine. Okay, so
The Oni looks at Cashrick after his rant and goes, "This does seem agreeable." And you see him take off a ring off of his left hand and a ring off of his right hand and hand them over. Says these might count as well.
okay.
And so you pick up everything that's under the divan. He'll help you out, and you guys walk out the room. And he's like,
Jackson, are you taking the hookah?
Nah. Yeah.
Well, would that count as treasure?
If it counts as treasure, I'll help drag it out. But no, I'm done. Yeah, that I gotta find a different fungus.
Okay, so that was a bad fungus, but I mean, there's more funguses in the world. I mean, is it funguses or fungi? I mean, or are you trying to become a fun guy from being with the fungi? So that's a whole different thing of what you're smoking. Anyway, okay, so all right, so we'll collect all the loot and treasure and whatever else he would consider a treasure, and we will walk out and see what happens.
all right. And he gets this look on his face like of pure joy. And he rushes down the corridor, and he's able to go past the barrier.
All right.
Okay, that's awesome. So,
Then we all go past the barrier together, and we go hang out here.
so that means that if all he'd done was give up all his treasure and walk away from it, he could have left 700 years ago.
Technically.
So was he his own jailer then for 700 years?
Those with muscles tend not to be the brightest.
Oh, well, I mean, you know, no offense, Guzzle, you're a wizard. I mean, I've seen you cast spells in the physical magic school. It's very interesting how you do that. Okay, so, well, I think we agreed that we'd keep half of whatever it was, unless he just ran off and disappeared and left us with everything. So I'm looking at the DM. What happened to him once he went past the barrier?
Yeah, is he still waiting?
Yeah, he's still waiting with you guys. I was typing out the loot. He says, "Which ring would you like?"
Oh, what are the 2 rings?
Looking at them, one of them seems to be a double ring with like arcane signets on it, and the other one is a shield. The one you've seen before, you know, is a ring of protection. I don't think you've seen this other ring before.
Hold up the odd ring and say, what does this one do?
That one.
Not that I'm choosing it, just what does it do?
That one stores some spells on it. It currently has 2 casts of mirror image on it.
Ah. Ring of Spellstoring. Interesting. Requires attunement, so Castric has no interest in it.
Hermes kind of interested in it.
Well, we also have the ring with the shield on it, so
And-
that's, you know.
He also has an armor of resistance for slashing as well. That's plate armor.
Again, no interest to me. So, okay. So, Ring of Spellstoring. So, at this point, any other spellcasters have their choice of the rings? Castric has no interest in the rings.
Unfortunately, my attunement slots are full, I think.
How many you got? 3?
Yeah.
Anybody else want a Ring of Protection then?
If they stack.
Yeah, I mean, if you have like an amulet and then a ring, they do stack.
No, I got 2 rings. I
The,
have 2
the
rings.
ring requires attunement as well.
Yeah, but I'd be willing to give up a ring of fire resistance
Oh.
or ring of protection. Order of operations and all.
Okay, so is that the total or is that half of what he's got?
That's the half. That's the half that you guys are getting.
Okay, thank you. So the party loot. So for those who can't read it, half the loot would be 500. Really, Electrum? You're going to bring Electrum pieces into this?
I'm following the module, my friend. Yes, I am.
I understand that, sir. Oh, however, your monetary system does not include Electrum pieces.
No, it does not. You guys are in the future. This is the past.
I like to convert all my coins to Electrum and then go to a coin trader and see if they're actually collectibles.
Hey,
Yeah,
if you
they're
guys-
they're like
maybe if you guys
Confederate dollars.
teleport into the future, it'll be Electrum as the currency again.
Yeah, probably.
God, we're not doing that again.
Okay. All right. So fine. All right. So all right. I will update the party loot because because party's got to loot.
Check something real quick. Okay, that's why.
We finally got
Alright.
platinum.
If we take the ring of spell storing, you know, I think we can put, yeah, any creature can put spells in it, so we can put healing spells in it if someone else wants to carry it.
That would be an option.
But like, I think you have to have the attunement slot free to use it. That's the
Yeah.
problem. Not
I
necessarily-
have one. Hermie has one attunement slot open.
And I could free up a slot. You know, I still got that wand of entanglement that, you know, this is clearly better than. So, yeah, I think we definitely want ring of spell storing, and we'll just figure out how best to use it.
Hey, Gussel, I put what Black Razor does in the bio section of your character sheet. There's a lot.
Okay. Yeah, I see it.
But the only will say, thank you, my friends. Now that I'm freed, I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna go home if there's a home left.
Real quick. Now you fought, the other big wizardy guy, and you lost to him. Was it a bet or did you actually do battle and lose?
To Chiroptis?
Yes.
That was a bet and I lost.
Okay.
Quite an embarrassing bet, if I do say so myself. So I will not go into it.
Would you? I mean, if we were to bump into him or have to encounter him, any idea what he might favor using for spells?
A little bit of everything. Just be careful.
Okay, so he is a well-rounded and well-thought-out big wizard. Got it. Okay. Okay. Well, thank you very much, and Kesnif. We
Thanks,
wish you the
Mr.
best.
Kasnev.
What was that?
We said thank you, and we wish you the best. If you're around, and in a good mood, look us up at the Yawning Portal.
Maybe I will.
How long are Oni's lifespans?
Hundreds of thousands of years.
Okay.
Oh yeah, he might make it. Okay. So, what do you know? We acquired a ring of spell storing, and who got that, please?
Hermie grabbed it.
Okay, I'm just adding to the loot. Let me ring of spell storing. Do we know what spells are in it? We have two mirror image spells.
Yes.
All right. I'm going to trust you to keep track of what's in there. I'm not going to put that in the party loot section.
Yeah, I can do that.
Okay. Yeah. What do you? Okay. Now we have Black Razor. That's 1 out of 3. So now we have to get back up out of here and figure out. Like I said, I really think that there were 3 paths back at the Sphinx. So does one each lead to where we have to go? And what did the riddle say about this?
I don't know about
One-
Alton, but I wouldn't mind sitting down for an hour and having a snack.
Yeah, I think that might work. I think I could use a short rest.
Okay, so the riddle says, to rescue Wave, you must do battle with the beast in the boiling bubble. Cross cavern vast, where chain links rattle, lies Whelm, past water spouts double. Black Razor yet remains to be won underneath inverted ziggurat. Think not that you're done, for now you'll find that you are caught. I care not, former owners brave, what heroes you seek to hire. Though mighty, I'll make each one my slave, or send him to the fire. Okay, so it's either a beast in a boiling bubble or double water spouts with a bunch of chains around them or near them to get to the other 2. But yeah, I'm okay with sitting down. And is there any reason we wouldn't just go sit back in the Oni's room, at least on some of the cushions that weren't eaten by acid?
Nah, go hang out on some fluffy cushions.
Anything on the right side of the room is acid.
Mm-hmm.
So left side if you want comfy.
Okay, so why don't we do that? And I mean, is that a good place to take a long rest? We take a long rest or short rest? What's the plan here?
Definitely
Short
at least
rest.
short. I know the spellcasters could use longer, but it depends.
Yep.
We haven't been in the dungeon that long, so I don't know what time it is. But yes, this is a good a spot as any.
We also need to talk about how the heck we're getting up out of this ziggurat. At least some of us are going to need a little bit of help. Or in my case, a lot.
New rope. As far as getting you your help.
That would work. I just making sure we're all aware. So, I mean,
There's only 2 crayfish left, right?
Yes. And they are back in their original spots.
okay, so theoretically, if we went to the side we originally entered from, we might be able to cross their water pit without them being aware of us.
Yeah.
So it'd be a matter of getting wet and then climbing and getting wet again and climbing. So. Uh,
Well, we're not going to get a nicer room. Yeah, we want to do a long rest.
I would think yes. I mean, like I said, the spellcasters, I think all could definitely use a long rest, and I'm sure Alton would benefit from one as well.
I mean, if we really, I don't know if a long rest is the best idea, but if that's what you guys want,
It is
Um,
too early to long rest.
Okay.
You guys are tired, but
Okay.
you're not that tired.
Answer
All right.
that.
Well,
Then
we
I
can do a
will
short
roll some hit
rest.
dice.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's see. Hold on.
All right. With the periapt, I get doubles, so I'm at 40.
Okay. Let's see. Patrick would like to do an arcane recovery at the end of the short rest. Brendan.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, go for it.
Okay. I'll do that. And I get up to 5 levels of spells.
4.
Back.
We get half of our maximum back at a long rest, correct?
No, long rest, you get everything.
Long rest, you
Yeah,
only
for-
get
I
half
mean
of
hit
your
dice.
back. Yes.
Yeah.
Well, hit dice, yes. Okay. Patrick will take 1 second and 1/3 level spell slot back from arcane recovery. And fine on hit points, so that's it. And while everyone else is rolling hit dice, Keswick will study through his spell book, and there is a spell he's been working on. I think he's got it, but he's going through the motions and muttering under his breath as he's trying to get the feel for how this new spell works.
all right.
What the hell? I'll burn one more. Okay, there we go.
I will convert 2 of my first level spells into sorcery points, and then use all of my sorcery points to make a 4th level spell.
Okay.
So I at least have 1 of each level.
Alrighty. Is everyone all set?
Mhm.
All right.
I think so.
Continue on when you are ready.
Going down the corridor, down into the bottom of the little pit.
Yeah, all the glass is immaculate again. The water is refilled these areas.
Feeling around, like just like if I put my hand on the wall and I walk around the glass, does it just feel like an actual like square?
Yeah.
And, let's go back in here. Okay. So
Dacton's gonna I assume the manticore corpses are just sitting there being all corpsey.
They technically would have been washed down the hallway and disappeared.
Okay, well, we know there's 2 crayfish, but we think maybe if we go to this piece of the wall here, where the safe was, and maybe climb up this way, we might not disturb them, and they may leave us alone by the time we actually get to that second water level up.
Yeah, if any of the corpses are still around, we can hack off chunks and throw it to the crayfish, but I don't know if that'll... They probably want wiggly meat.
Castrick will step back from the wall 5 feet and watch as the bigs begin climbing out.
I'll go ahead and try.
Yeah, I mean, between all of you working together, let me fix Gus's size. It's not hard to get back up and out of here. So we'll say
So,
for the sake of this, you guys are up here.
Excellent.
Okay.
Okay. So we go try a different corridor now?
I don't think we tried the north door.
North door.
Upper door.
Which north door?
That
In
one.
this hallway.
Your night vision might not. I'm sorry, I forget your small little night vision can't see as far as my big night vision.
Oh, it's a short joke. Yeah.
Get it? Because you're shorter than me, and then like your dark vision's also shorter than mine.
Is it really? Is that the extent of your sense of humor? It's just pointing out physical difference in characteristics?
No, it could go much higher, but I'm talking to you, so I had to keep it kind of low to the ground.
Oh, I see. So I'm not even worthy of highbrow humor. You just stooping down to make this, you're bringing humor down to my level. Is that what you're saying?
I just didn't want to go over your head.
I playfully punch him in the kneecap.
I'll hop up.
I would actually get into a battle of wits with you, but I don't like fighting armed people.
Oh.
You have a fair point on that one.
Yeah, I don't recall if we tried this door or not.
I don't think we did. I think we.
Oh
had
yeah,
to
no, we
check
kept going left, and so we did not go that direction.
Okay, so Kester will step around the corner just in case anything comes flying around out of this door.
Oh, it's coming around the corner now.
Well, that's I'll dash out of the way.
But is it coming around the mountain?
Oh no. As you open the door, water not only flows through this room, it floats. Entering a hole in the western wall 2 feet off the floor is a stream seemingly suspended in mid-air. It flows out of another hole near the northeast corner. The water is about 3 feet deep. You can see a few blind cavefish being carried along the brisk current. On either side of the door are a total of 6 kayaks, each able to carry 2 riders, but there are no paddles to be found.
Oh, what is that? Dirk the Daring and what was that? Dragon Sword?
Well,
Footy
I'm
water.
assuming they want us to get into the kayaks and jump into the river.
we'd be at its mercy.
Uh-huh.
Alright. Oh, I'm stronger than the river. Whoever's with me, I could steer us.
Well, I don't know if both the wizards should be in the same kayak. You know, that's a lot of intellectual power in one boat. Right, Gussel? I mean, that would just not be smart.
Yes, so you should take the man with the highbrow humor, because you said he was unarmed.
I am kind of heavy though.
You are the well, then you shall anchor us well. So okay.
Can I preemptively pull up my hood and just leave it on?
I don't think you'd be able to breathe if you did that, right?
It lets me breathe underwater. It doesn't say anything. Give me 1 second. I'll ping it in the. Well, you could breathe underwater and you have a swimming speed. It doesn't say anything about not being able to breathe it up.
Yeah, I guess actually then.
All right.
Oh yeah. Catherick will agree to ride with Alton.
All right. Good news. If we got to make any saves, we should be pretty solid. Knock on wood.
I guess Hermie will ride with Gussel because Hermie has 0 strength score.
And Mr. DM, the current is flowing right to left as we face this
Left to right.
waterfall. Left to right, so it's taking us. Okay, thank you.
How
Okay.
deep did you say it was?
Pardon?
How deep did you say it looked?
The water's only about 3 feet deep, but it's 5 feet off the ground.
Oh,
That is quite fascinating.
wait, what was the rhyme again, Kazric?
The
Wasn't
rhyme.
there something about a chasm? I feel like we might be.
Okay. So
Moving.
let's see. All right. To rescue Wave, you must do battle with the beast in the boiling bubble. Crossed cavern vast, where chain links rattle, lies whelm, past water spouts double. Black razor yet remains to be won, underneath inverted ziggurat. Think not that you're done, for now you'll find you are caught. Blah blah
So
blah.
do we think we're going towards Whelm? Because I have a feeling this is gonna might float.
Wave.
to a-
Okay, so this says cross cavern vast where chain links rattle. So we'd have to find a big cavern with a bunch of chains in it, and that's where you find whelm. But there's 2 water spouts in the cavern somehow.
Oh.
And then Wave, the trident, says do battle with the beast in the boiling bubble, and we think we're in a volcano. So maybe water dumps somewhere where the water gets hot,
Yeah,
and
Go up
there's
to
a
the
creature that lives
water.
there.
or
Is the
doesn't
water hot right
lava
now?
bubble?
I'm sorry, what was that?
Can I go up to the water? Is the water hot right now?
It's lukewarm.
But it's not boiling.
No.
Okay.
Well, there's really only one way to find out.
No, there's a couple ways to find out. So, is on the right side of the room where the water goes into the wall, there's airspace, right?
Some, yeah.
Okay. And I will turn and look at Dacton and say, could your owl or one of your little creatures maybe go through that airspace and scout for us and see what's ahead?
Well, he doesn't have to be an owl.
Well, it doesn't have to be an owl. I mean, but I don't know if a fish
Yeah.
is going to be able to swim against the stream.
Yeah, no, I like changing into stuff sometimes, but swimming is I can't I haven't figured out swimming yet. The whole
And about how fast
pa-
is this water flowing?
the paddling didn't work.
It's a pretty solid current.
Uh-huh.
Uh,
So,
chances are, Castrick, you would get swept away if you were to try and walk into it.
oh, yeah, well, I'd have to jump up to walk into it, so I could walk underneath the liquor.
Yeah, the stream flows quite quickly from west to east.
Okay. So, well, then the question that I would look
Yes,
at,
I can send a friend if we want to get a look at things.
yeah, because I mean, if that, goes in 30 feet and then dumps over a very long cliff or something, that'd be kind of nice to know. That might not be the best way to go.
See, that's a fine idea. Let's see. Well, if he's not an owl, let's see. I don't know.
Like a bat, maybe,
I-
that can see in the dark.
Well, I mean, I can make an octopus if I want.
Yeah, but
I've
can
never
an octopus swim back against the stream to come back and tell us what it saw?
I never made an octopus before. I can make a. Ooh, I can make a fish. Fish has got to be able to swim backwards, right? Well, even an octopus has to be able to swim backwards. I mean, come on, he's an octopus. Have you ever seen an octopus? They're pretty cool looking. They're pretty
No, I've heard of krakens. I read a book about a kraken once. Great beastie with lots of tentacles, big arms that reached up. They're very floppy, terrorizing ships in the sea.
Sounds like an octopus is a very, very, very tiny kraken.
So it's a proper sized kraken?
Yes, proper size kraken.
Oh, then I would, of course, vote for an octopus.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. Yes, I will go. I'm just seeing what other my other waterborne creatures here I got. Yeah, doesn't much matter. All right, we'll go for a kipper, whatever. A D&D piranha.
Oh, well, fine.
Oh, that's a proper size kraken.
Oops, that dumped more than I wanted, but there you go. So,
Okay.
summon my little friend and toss him into the stream. Well, I can make him appear right above the stream, and he plops into it. Again, this is another weird of my weird fungus-afflicted creatures. My creatures look weird. So he plops into the stream and swims along it.
You have control of it.
And I can also do the whole sit there and stare through his eyes. I'm not going to bother hearing what it hears, because, well, then I...
Are you able to move the token?
Yep. You said it goes from left to right?
Correct.
All right, so this way is along the flow of the stream.
Correct.
All right. All right, well, nobody stabbed my body while I'm paying attention. And my little friend disappears into the wall.
Oh, I gotta get a vision. And then gliding. Oh, it's only got 5 feet. Okay.
See, he's got dark vision 60.
But. So he does. Let me adjust that real quick.
And then he will blood frenzy the crap out of somebody.
There you go.
All right. So he can go 40 feet.
Yeah.
So
Look
I'm
through his eyes
gonna
and
go.
progress down the river.
So I'm gonna go ahead and go backwards 10 feet. Does he have any problem going against the flow of this water? He might go slow, but 40 feet, he's got to be able to do all right, right?
With only a 2 strength, I would say no.
Okay. Then zoom, off he goes. Whoosh. In that case, he's just zooming along at 40 feet. Oops.
Well, there's a hole
Caught
in the
the edge.
dynamic lighting.
And like, all right, well, so far he's just going down a tunnel. He's bouncing off the walls a little bit. This water's going fast, but he hasn't banged into anything yet. He's, I don't know, it seems to be kind of going in an oval. All right, still zooming along. Zoom, zoom, zoom. Yep, no offshoots, no nothing. Wait, he keeps making turns. And is this whole thing going a circle? Well, I guess I would save on the magical water. Wait, I see something up ahead, guys. And he comes shooting out into a cavern. And he sees all sorts of little dudes.
Yeah. Let's see here. Yeah, you see these people like having nets, like expecting something to come through, and they're kind of confused when all they see is a fish.
Don't mind me, I'm just a fish. So what do these creatures look like?
They look humanoid, like humans.
All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then, well, I don't know if wait, it's my perception because it's my mental stats, right? So I assume I noticed that this one guy
no,
looks
it
different.
would be the fish's stats, I believe, because you're not the one shapeshifted.
Let's see. Well, it counts as find familiar.
Right, so it'd be the familiar stats.
That's right. The mental thing is the druid shape, not the familiar. Got it. So yep. Well, in that case, I have no idea. I doubt my fish really cares much of one of these guys as a shiny champion.
That's just what he sees.
Whole bunch of shiny humanoids, and he just zooms along. If they're not,
Yeah, they don't seem to be bothering him.
let's see. Are they on the? Are they in the water at all, or they're just on the edge?
No, they're on the edge, like ready to like take these nets and throw them over to people that they might see.
Can I reach any of them to bite them?
I'll say you can reach this one on the bottom left here.
Sure. Take a stab at biting one. He's got strength +2.
Yeah, just like bounces off this knight's plate armor.
Boing.
It's +5 to hit. 14 would still miss, but or 13.
Yeah, still.
14, whatever. I'm tired.
Oh yeah, there's his +5 to hit. Okay, cool. Well, so I leap out and take a snap, and assume I plop back into the water, and I keep on going.
Sounds good.
Zoom, doo, 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 doo. Boo. And then my little dude comes out, and he's just gonna keep going around, because I can't, unless I put him in a jar. He's not coming with me. I'm like, oh, but I'm gonna stop looking through his eyes and report back, and I don't know. He'll do a couple more laps and get a get a good count because fish aren't. Well, I was looking through his eyes so I could count them before. So, all right. So there was like 8 or so warrior-looking guys
on the other side of the loop of water.
Yep, kind of basically just to the in the northwest corner. So basically not far from our room. The rest of it's just a big old dark loop. But there's 1, 2, 4, 5, 6. Yep. Like 9 guys in a featureless cavern over on that side.
Okay.
So
Do
we
we
can
think
go.
we need to go that way?
Well, my little dude can go around a couple more times, but I do not believe he observed any doors over there. I don't know what these guys do for potty breaks, but they just stand around and.
Well, I think that Hermie took a. Hermie should be right back. Okay.
Yeah.
So, so what do you think? What do you think?
I mean, we
Look,
could go
guidance
set
is
it
here.
up.
Yeah, see,
I'm
I
confident
was
we'd
looking
be
through
okay.
the eyes. So you said they looked like they had nets or something?
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, it looks like some sort of trap. They expect you to get in the boats, and then they grab you with their nets as soon as you come shooting out in the boats.
I think we would be okay.
Mm-hmm. Well, I would assume the whole element of surprise thing works a lot for that.
Did you so
Um,
was there a spot to land in the cavern, like past them, or did we have to keep going past them?
It's the water doesn't stop in there. It doesn't make any little lake or pond. It just keeps zooming through the room, but it's an open room with plenty of space.
But we'd have to get out of the boats,
Yes, or
and there'd be people with nets attacking us. And I'm presuming getting out of the boats is not going to be the easiest thing in the world. So, again, do we think we need to go through there? We have Black Razor.
we can always
there
come
are.
back to it now that we know what that there's dudes hanging out back there. But no, there's no obvious doors.
Okay,
Just a bunch of guys
so
standing around a river.
okay.
How did your octopus see how deep the river was?
Well, we can see the river. What'd you say? It's like 3 feet deep or something like that. It's floating above our heads. It's not very big.
Yeah, it's 5 feet off the floor, but it's about 3 feet deep. So, um, yeah, I'm just not sure that we need to go there. I mean, we have the Black Razor. There's two other main corridors that we never
What?
checked out. And I mean, if you're making three things to hide, why wouldn't you put each one separate from the others instead of connecting them all together and making it easy to just kind of kill one to one to one?
See, but that's what adventurers wouldn't expect. What are these canoes made out of? Wood?
Yes.
Or are they like planks of wood or carved from like a single chunk?
I don't know. They're kayaks.
I mean,
For all intents and purposes, we'll say they're one piece.
okay. What if we try to break one of these kayaks so that we could use it kind of like how like a gondola works, where you have like a stick that you can use to try to slow you down or steer you, since we don't have paddles.
Well, okay, but I mean, if you want me to use a stick to hold on to, I don't have my hands free to cast spells. And I think it's kind of hard for even Gussel with his, physical magic, to hold on to a stick against a river and then use a stick and then try to wield his new shiny sword.
But the stick becomes uh, a magic missile.
Well, yeah, but I mean, but then they're throwing nets back at you. I mean, and you're kind of like the human fish at that point, and Jackton said they're waiting for us. So we can't really sneak up on them unless we could all go the other way and come up behind them, but we'd have to go against the current.
So there's 6
And I don't see
kayaks.
why going into the fight where they're waiting to trap us makes any sense.
Too
Why
bad I
why
don't have
would
any
you
good touch cantrips. Otherwise, I could just send my fish through there and try to cantrip them repeatedly as I go around loops.
But I
Unless we
mean,
send one person first to spring the trap, and then more follow.
but there's more of them. I mean, I'm just thinking, we know there's a trap. We know what they're going to do, and if we're caught in nets, kind of tough to fight out of a net. I mean, I don't know.
We'd end up burning spell slots too.
I
I just
Gussel
wanted
might
to
actually not have a problem getting out of a net.
I'm just saying. I don't. Well, I don't know that we gain a whole lot by doing it. It seems like we're just, expending spell slots and risking, um, risking our lives. And I don't see that we're gaining a whole lot by doing it.
Yep, I
That's
agree.
fair.
We can always come back. If
We
it
can
becomes
come back.
useful later, it can come back. But there's no
Right.
obvious reason to go this way.
I don't,
Okay.
So
We're nice and fresh. Let's go tackle something else.
right.
Okay. I just saw an interesting solution. Just will bring it up.
Mm-hmm.
So which
I
way
mean, if
do we
you've
need
got
to
a
go back
solution,
to?
let's go. Let's hear it.
I just told you it. We just debated it.
Okay. So
That we decided that it was unnecessarily risky.
Right, and I'm willing to come
Honestly,
back.
just kind of risky. Yeah, no, honestly, I personally, Alton thinks that we're gonna end up having to go through and spring this trap. Whether we do it now or later, it's not gonna matter. So,
Yeah.
but if you would like to go pursue another tunnel, then let's go pursue another tunnel. We can come back to it. They're
Yes,
probably
thank
not
you.
going anywhere.
Whenever we do try to spring it, we're just gonna have to have
Get our
a
teeth
bunch of
embarrassed.
stuff readied, and as soon as we see them, blast. Say, ha ha! We are
Oh.
we are the sneaky ones.
Or if you want, we can send one kayak first. I can create bonfire in it to kind of confuse them before we go back through behind it.
Okay, well, again, let's
But that's something that we can debate
when we come
later
back.
on.
Right, when we come back, we may kind of like the temple with the bat people. We didn't necessarily go everywhere, but so we found what we had to find. So we have to go find these three things,
You guys
and
missed a lot in the temple.
that's okay. We were trying not to disturb the dead and be nice about it. That was the proper thing to do. So I mean, we should just go on.
My fish is gonna take another crack at one of them.
All right,
16.
misses.
Ah.
Do we
Yeah,
know they're
alright.
waiting for us?
I mean, they're just sort of idly looking at the river and, seem to be getting ready with nets if, have nets ready in case they hear something, but they're mostly just standing there. This looks like a very boring post.
Okay, so and if we're not going to go down the river, which I think we've agreed to, we can come back to it if we have to. Let's go back
Agreed.
to the Sphinx, try another main corridor.
Okay.
Down the hallway. Bye, fishy.
Oh, wait, yeah, this thing.
Yeah, so this is a frictionless room.
Oh, no.
So
Yeah.
that might be a shortcut past this as well.
I forgot about the frictionless room. That was...
Yes, we did take some decent damage coming through here.
Yes. That was bad. That was bad.
Because when you're building something, you always leave a way for yourself to get out. So the river could be the way out.
So you
Back
think
to the
maybe
Sphinx.
there's a door from the river cavern that would let us go around the frictionless room?
Yeah, it looks, because that's kind of the way we came from.
We can go back to the Oni's room and get some rugs and cushions and put them on the spikes.
Do we think that would work?
No.
It's gotta be. It's gotta be.
He had a divan. Why can't we use the divan?
Yeah. Throw a divan on there. That's gotta stop at least one side of spikes.
You guys head back to the room, you grab the divan, you bring it back. As you put it on there to push in, It's a frictionless room. The divan goes flying to the other side and shatters when it hits the opposite side.
How hard?
On the spike?
Gussel, why did you push that hard?
They barely put any push into it.
Well, everything is relative. You push like a big, it moves like a big. Push it. You gotta be gentle.
All right,
You're a
this time
proper
we try a giant hookah. Fine, if we can't cover up spikes with a rug.
Okay, I mean, like I said, we could try it.
Do I remember? Because I got hurt by these last time. Do I remember how much that hurt?
About 2d10
Ish.
damage if you contract super tetanus. Around.
Around?
If you contract
I might have
super
a-
tetanus, which I think somebody did, but it was cured pretty fast. It's 2d10
Yeah.
damage a round at the start of your turn.
Jeez.
The spikes are about 1d12 damage.
I have kind of a bad idea.
Well, Dacton wants to give something a shot. He's going to fire up the Wand of Entanglement and throw Entangle in the middle of the frictionless surface.
That's a good one.
Link it for me.
20-foot square. So that's only half the corridor. But I've got more. 5, 10, 15, 20. So it's basically wall to wall, 5, 10, 15, 20. That far. Difficult terrain.
Yeah, unfortunately, they can't grasp to anything because it's frictionless. So it just kind of like goops and slides its way towards the opposite end of the area and falls into the pit on the opposite side. I will say that will lessen the damage on the other side to a 1d6.
How deep are the pits?
10 feet?
I'll go back to the. I have kind of a bad idea.
Dacton turns around and shrugs and go, I don't know. I got some more vines in this thing. If
No, that's helpful.
Okay.
I can blow a very high level spell slot.
No, as long as does somebody have any healing available?
Yep, I still got healing.
Potentially like a way to get rid of diseases.
That I need to take a look at.
I
Let's
think
see.
Alton does.
Yeah, that was Alton's doing last time. It was not me.
Yeah, that was all.
Because if we do, I have a very bad idea, but it'll work.
I've been muted. I was like, oh yeah, totally. I got 3 of those. Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, I didn't realize I was
I
muted.
just thought you were away.
No.
Gussel will jump onto the frictionless surface
And you go
and rage.
careening to the other side.
Yep. Because
Okay.
Gussel is now big enough to reach over it and catch everybody.
Yeah, I mean, you technically don't fall because it's only 5 feet wide. So
Oh,
make a strength saving throw with advantage.
okay. I was willing to take that damage.
Well, I know you were, but now you're big.
Wow, the one time being big actually comes
So
as a
you
benefit.
slam into the opposite wall. I will say you do take 3 points of bludgeoning damage hitting this wall. Yeah, but you are big enough where you do not fall down into that section.
And I just yell back, everybody hurry up, this isn't going to last very long.
All right, Dacton
Oh.
jumps.
Yeah.
Oops, that's not a move.
Gussel, just make a generic strength check for me, please. Yeah, it's easy enough for you to just catch everybody as they come careening across. I'm saying they did an update to Roll20 or something because I'm able to select those damn boxes a lot easier now and delete them.
Yeah, that's good though.
Christian's in trouble on Mondays.
Pink, 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 pink. So you're saying being big actually has advantages?
Yeah.
This completely changes my entire outlook on things. Gussel, wow, this is some great magic you've done. I will have to rethink this. This is definitely going to have to be a scroll. I'm
But
going to
this
have
is
to
why
write.
muscle magic is the best, because I get the advantages of being big while not being so.
Well, but there's so many disadvantages to being big. I mean, it takes twice as much wood to build a door. I mean, you bump your head on things all the time. I just don't understand why people want to be big.
Yes, and then the
All
rage
proper
ends, and I'm
size.
no longer big, so I no longer have to use as much wood. It only
Yes, no.
applies a little bit, but yes, I agree. Being that big all the time is inconvenient.
I don't gonna have to think about this. How to write this scroll properly.
Yeah, I love how that's your first response to why it's bad. Twice as much wood to build a door.
You seriously
But
built a lot of doors.
Kazric, I will tell you, as much as it's twice as much wood, it's like twice as less the effort to move that amount of wood.
But I mean, well, where I come from, the big woods. I mean, which is where we're trying to keep and protect it from all the big outsiders, especially the green ones. I mean, think of all the houses you could build if you were just using a proper size amount of wood.
Yeah.
In fact, if you really think about it, I mean, it's twice as much wood, but sometimes it's even more than that. But I mean, then there's the floors, and there's the walls, and then you have to have bigger horses, and the horses take bigger poops, which is more work to clean that up because it's just more, and then they eat more food, and then you have to travel farther distances. I mean, but you have to find a bigger deer to make a better boot, and everything is just more. They're all proper sized. It would just be regular sized. Everything would be proper sized meals.
That's why they have to be selectively big. Only big when you need to be.
Well, but I'm just thinking of all the trees you have to cut down. That's really a thing. But that goes back to those nasty druids who are keep mixing up the moldy peppers. I really have to think about how to write this scroll to the assembly.
I mean, there is a solution to that if you don't chop down trees.
Oh, absolutely right. I mean, there's some that need to be chopped down because they're not very healthy and stuff. That's okay.
Yeah.
Oh wait, we had that big metal corridor where nobody wearing anything metal could get through it, so I have to watch out for that on the way back, which starts right
Oh, yeah.
here.
That's right, because it made the metal hot.
Yes. Yes. So Catherick will take off his bracers of defense, because that's the only metal he's got on him, and using Mage Hand, carry them ahead of him. Actually, dunk them in the water and just pull them through the water, and then Catherick will proceed down the corridor.
How long is the corridor?
Well, my small forest gnomish eyes can't see the end of it from one end to the other.
70 feet?
Yep.
And I shall step around the corner so they don't run into me if they come sprinting down. And put my bracers back on.
I don't have a lot of metal
It
anything,
didn't start
so
hurting until you were like decently far into the tunnel, right?
About 40 feet or so is when it started to hurt.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna go like 15 feet in, and I'm gonna throw my metal weapons
Okay, you throw your metal weapons and they come right back.
They come back.
So isn't that what your class does? Does it come
Only
back
when
to-
I'm raging. It's
Oh,
a
okay.
perk of being raging. Otherwise, they're just normal weapons.
Oh, okay. So you throw them, they just go skidding across to the end of the hallway.
And then I'll go through.
And you hear in your head, I thought you were going to retrieve me quicker than that.
Normally. Normally, yes.
Very well.
Same thing. Dacton has his handful of a dagger and whatever other small metal equipment he has. He just puts it in his bag, chucks it down the hallway, and then walks down the corridor.
Bag of holding?
No, just a regular old bag. So it burned through my backpack last time.
Right.
Which I mended.
Oh, that's right.
Yep.
Yeah. So
So
same
this
thing.
this time I'm just throwing it.
Nope. Same thing. By the time it gets to the end of the corridor, it's burned through again. Backpacks and tatters. Cash, you just mend it real quick.
Once again, taking care of the bigs. This is what I'm doing here. I know. This is what Da always told me, and Ma said, just be nice and smile, son. So I'm smiling and mending. Mending and smiling. That's it. That's what we Lingenhalls are good for. Mending and smiling.
I thank you. I'll throw some extra juice into my next healing spell.
And we much appreciate it. I mean, bigs keep getting beat up all the time. I don't understand that. It's very tough for me to keep you protected and safe. I'm doing my very best.
Hermio put all of his metal objects into his bag of holding, and then he'll walk across.
Nope. No problems.
I'm muted again. Okay, my mic used to give me it used to give me a little red light by the mic if I muted myself, and it's not doing it, so it's throwing me off. Because I look down to see if the light's on, and it's not lighting up. So I'm like, oh, I can talk. I'm just gonna run really fast
Okay.
and hope my ring of fire resistance and that there's a save and that I roll well.
All right. So. All right. 19. All right. After 40 feet,
Okay, 40 feet.
you take 1 point of fire damage.
All right.
After another 10 feet, you take 3 points of fire damage.
Okay.
After another 10 feet, you take 8 points of fire damage.
Okay.
And as you burst through on the other side after the final, you take 13 points of fire damage.
Yeah. Okay, that was a little bit more than I needed. All right. Not too bad. Not too great. Could have been better. Could have been better.
I have to leave this for you guys now that you guys are done with it.
I
Oh.
I don't have as much utility as you guys do in this sort of occasion, and the amount of metal I have is vastly greater.
I mean, we could have helped you with that.
Actually, I just remembered something that I want to test.
Okay.
This mark that's on my forehead.
Uh-huh.
It's I asked the party members, I'm like, what does it look like exactly?
It's a bunch of flames. Like if an artist, drew a picture of a fire or flames, that's what the mark looks like.
So I am going to ask somebody for like a dagger of some sort. Actually, I have the bullet lantern that they still. Actually, I have the sentinel shield. I will walk into the corridor.
How far?
Well, I'll wait a minute then.
I'll just sit in the corridor.
It's warm. You feel the sentinel shield warm against the skin.
So it's a distance thing, not a time thing.
Correct.
Okay. So I'll continue to walk through it.
So as you get to the 40 foot mark, that's when it begins to hurt, and you'll take 3 points or 2 points of fire damage. You feel like the mark on your forehead like flare up a little bit to ease the pain.
Okay, so it's not immunity to it, correct?
I don't believe so. Was it immunity?
It was.
Oh, then yeah. So you take no damage.
It grants you immunity to all kinds of fire and heat.
I'm sorry, I
magical or
thought it
non-magical.
was just resistance. So yeah, you
Okay.
take no damage at all then.
Okay.
All right.
So that's good to know.
While we're waiting for that, I'll summon my healing spirit, some weirdo mushrooms surrounding us, and we get 5 rounds of 1d6 healing. Alton, I think you're the only one that needs it. There you go.
Come back.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Are sure
I
no
don't
one
think
else
I don't
wants
think anybody. Yeah, does anybody else need any of those?
I
No.
mean, I can take one. I'm down 3.
it? Okay. Yeah, you can have it. Cool. Thank you.
4, 4, 4, 4, 6.
Yeah.
I just realized I dropped Cure Wounds because I'm like, yeah, I got Healing Spirit. That's fine. All right. Now down to whatever this thing was. What was this? Another pit trap?
Do not recall. 17, 18. Yeah, it was just a 10-foot open pit that was hidden by the water.
Oh, that's right. We're back in water, right?
Yes.
All right. Dacton will jump swim across.
Yeah, this water's like what, 2 feet deep?
Yeah.
Oh, Castrick will just swim across. Whoa, something happened.
You swam way across.
There we go. Okay, better.
And I'll do the jump swim across as well.
Mm-hmm. You guys make it back to the 3-way split off from the corridor.
Hi, Mr. Sphinx.
Nods at you.
Question, Brendan.
Yep.
We are 15 minutes till top of the hour. Would this be an appropriate time to stop, or
I
do you
feel
want to
bad
push it
stopping
15 minutes?
minutes early, but this would be a good spot.
Everybody okay with that?
Works
Yeah.
for me.
Okay.
Okay. So,
Yes, so we'll call it here
So-
then. Perfect.
all right. So we have a minute here. Do we want to debate? We're going
Yeah.
north or we go up or right? Let's just do the debate now, so we know which way, and then Brendan can prep for that next time.
Well, I mean, so just going off, rule of left would say the middle one's the next one.
Yeah, that is the next left. So
Rule of left did pretty well for us in finding that ziggurat.
Okay. So we're going to go up in this case.
You guys would go ass backwards. So everything's numbered for the module, right? So the bottom left area where you guys entered was 1. You guys are at 2 now, right? So where you guys went first is 18. And where you're going next is 9, and to the right is 3.
Oh.
I just think it's hilarious.
That's because the module guys are doing the rule of right.
Yep.
That's fine.
We're subverting expectations.
That's
Uh-huh.
right. There you go. Okay. All right. Great game, everybody. Nice use
Yeah.
of ideas and people being creative with stuff. I had a
Love
lot
it.
of fun. Glad everybody's back and feeling better. Brandon, you still got a week or so, hopefully, till you get news.
Yes, most likely. The holidays kind of messed stuff up for that. So, and they had a lot of
Yep.
interviews from what I'm told. So we'll see.
Yeah, I was applying for a job and was asked if I was willing to wait through the Thanksgiving weekend because no one was going to be around one
Wow.
time. I was like, yeah. I said I'm not going to say no if you want to take Thanksgiving off with your families. You
Yeah,
know.
no.
Ultimately, I did ultimately get offered the job and took it, so that was cool. But yeah, just do a whole extra week into my wait time, so a few more gray hairs.
Yep.
But and we'll see.
Well, you're cutting out.
We on for next week, everybody.
Yes. I have no plans to the contrary.
Mhm.
Very cool.
Sounds great.
Wonderful. Had a lot of fun tonight. Everybody, good night.
Yep.
Good night,
Night,
everybody.
Everyone,
Night.
thanks everyone for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. We'll see you next time.